The Delhi Commission for Women (DCW) is a statutory body of the Government of Delhi constituted to investigate and examine all matters relating to the safety and security of women under the Constitution and other laws in Delhi. The current chairperson of DCW is Swati Maliwal, who took charge on 29 July 2015. History: DCW was constituted in 1994 by the Government of Delhi under the Delhi Commission for Women Act 1994, and it started functioning in 1996. The primary agenda of the Commission is the investigation and examination of all matters relating to the safety and security provided to women under the Constitution and other laws. The Commission is also committed to making recommendations for effective implementation of laws and to improve the conditions of women in Delhi. Composition: according to the DCW Act, the Commission consists of 1. A chairperson, committed to the cause of women, to be nominated by the government. 2. 5 members to be nominated by the government from amongst the persons having not less than 10 years experience in the field of women welfare, administration, economic development, health, education or social welfare, including at least 1 member belonging to the scheduled castes or scheduled tribes. 3. A member secretary to be nominated by the government who shall be an expert in the field of management, organizational structure or sociological movement, or an officer who is a member of a civil services of the Union or of an All India service, holds a civil post under the Union with appropriate experience. Although members need to have at least 10 years experience in women welfare, chairperson is not required to have any such qualification. Functions: the Commission shall perform all or any of the following functions, namely: a. Investigate and examine all matters relating to the safeguards provided for women under the Constitution and other laws. b. Present to the government annually and at such other times as the Commission may deem fit. Reports upon the working of these safeguards. c. Make in such reports recommendations for the effective implementation of those safeguards for improving the conditions of women in the capital. d. Review, from time to time, the existing provisions of the Constitution and other laws affecting women and recommend amendments thereto so as to suggest remedial legislative measures to meet any lacunae, inadequacies or shortcomings in such legislation. e. Take up the cases of violation of the provision of the Constitution and of other laws relating to women with appropriate authorities. f. Look into complaints and take suo moto notice of matters relating to i. Deprivation of women's rights. e. Non-implementation of laws enacted to provide protection to women and also achieve the objective of equality and development. e. Non-compliance of policy decisions, guidelines or instructions aimed at mitigating hardships and ensuring welfare and providing relief to women, and take up the issues arising out of such matters with appropriate authorities. g. Call for special studies or investigations into specific problems or situations arising out of discrimination and atrocities against women and identify the constraints so as to recommend strategies for their removal. h. Undertake promotional and educational research so as to suggest ways of ensuring due representation of women in all spheres and identify factors responsible for impeding their advancement, such as lack of access to housing and basic services, inadequate support services and technologies for reducing drudgery and occupational health hazards, and for increasing their productivity. I. Participate and advise on the planning process of socio-economic development of women. J. Evaluate the progress of the development of women in the capital. K. inspect a cause to be inspected, a jail, remand home, women's institution or other place of custody where women are kept as prisoners or otherwise, and take up with the concerned authorities for remedial action if found necessary. L. Fund litigation involving issues affecting a large body of women. M. Make periodical reports to the government on any matter pertaining to women and in particular, various difficulties under which women toil. N. Any other matter which may be referred to it by the government. In certain matters the Commission also acts as quasi-judicial body, which is mentioned in Chapter 3 of the DCW Act. The Commission shall, while investigating any matter referred to in Clause A or Subclause I of Clause F of Subsection I, have all the powers of a civil court trying suit and in particular, in respect of the following matters, namely, a. Summoning and enforcing the attendance of any person from any part of India and examine him on oath. b. Requiring the discovery and production of any document. c. Receiving evidence on affidavits. d. Requisitioning any public record, a copy thereof, from any court or office. e. Issuing commissions for the examination of witnesses and documents. And f. Any other matter which may be prescribed. Delhi Commission for Women. Official website.